The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Castle Black, standing at 5 feet and 9 inches tall and weighing 21 stone, Mr. Arcadia. Next, from the Secret City, standing at 5 feet and 7 inches tall, weighing 140 pounds, he is your predictions champion as well as your gaming champion, Shadow Zel.
Okay, then. As you yawn, it's the first thing you do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Scheduled for One Fall in a couple weeks. My friend over here has been dying the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I think he still has some residual death in there.
I don't think so. I'm just randomly dizzy. I don't understand.
It's the death. The death creeping up on you. We've missed 2 interesting weeks of wrestling in SmackDown terms.
I don't know if I would call it that. I mean, we knew what was going to happen since day one with a certain member of a certain group. But I didn't know what was going to happen with a certain member from the women's division.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. But at the same time, there was something in the back of my head that, I'll get there when we get there. But, are you ready for Mortal Kombat?
Yes. Can't wait for
I
that.
need it.
I know, I need it yesterday.
I know. I need it last year.
The beta came out today. If you pre-ordered it, you got the beta, I guess, or whatever. But it's today until March 31st.
Yeah, I'm not like a beta person, you know? Like, I'd rather just wait.
Still, you get, like, your fingers soaked in Mortal Kombat's juices.
Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah. Just like another podcast that you do, you can catch Zel eating.
But that's just always
You're
how
always eating on these podcasts.
I didn't expect you to be ready that quick.
I said 7:30.
That was after I ordered. 10 minutes after I ordered.
I just find it funny because I was watching one of the episodes you did, and you're just chewing down on a cheeseburger.
Yep. Oh, we were on a time crunch. I couldn't eat before the podcast. We had to go.
I know, because you both all had shit to do.
Yeah.
You had to go to work. You had to pick up his kid or whatever.
Yeah, it was time.
That was different. It was like, good morning. It's this nameless podcast. What the hell?
It was morning, you know. Like we were thrown off too. We were like, "What the fuck is this?" But digress. So we are at the go home shows of go home shows. The pre-go home shows. What is your excitement level for Mania?
7.
Got a 10 or 100?
Out of 10. NXT has me at a 9.
Oh my god. That main event's gonna be fucking ridiculous. I'm fucked on that match. What?
Did you see Velveteen Dream? Just like
Lounging out.
And he has like a girl just standing there
Like, who are you?
She should like held the title like.
Mm-hmm. She should have did a Terry Reynolds. Just hung out with the belt.
Velveteen Dream. But the only match I don't get is Aleister Black and Ricochet. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But
I guess they just didn't know how to send them off.
you think they're gonna eat the pin?
What, you think the match is gonna have a non-finish?
I think the match could be turned into a triple threat with the Undisputed Era involved.
Really?
And the Undisputed Era beating them and getting the titles. Because they had this mission to be wearing all gold in 2019.
They did.
This is the perfect opportunity to do that. Who's Velveteen Dream facing? Remind the fans.
Matt Riddle?
Just Matt Riddle. Could you imagine that was a triple threat with Roderick Strong? I don't know what they're planning on doing. If the card stays the way it is, Eric is really, really salty because he's like, it should be Johnny's moment. And I'm like, I don't want to see the Undisputed Era on main roster. I don't. Not yet. Johnny can get lost on SmackDown. Actually, Johnny's not even going to SmackDown. He's going to go to Raw now. Because SmackDown is getting all the bullshit now. I feel bad for you. SmackDown's going to turn into... It's going to literally turn into the new Monday Night Raw.
With all the bullshit Fox wants.
It's going to be really interesting how it's just going to flip like that. Because Raw is the A show, like everyone says.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to make SmackDown an A show.
It is an A show. It's been better than Raw.
Yeah, but now Vince is going to be like, okay, I have to put my hands in here now.
No, you don't, Vince. Trips got it. Road Dogg and Trips are fine. Lord. Yeah, even if Tommaso didn't get hurt,
Johnny would win.
Yeah, so that being said, because even though Johnny was partly called up, I feel like he still would have been in NXT.
Someone needs to take Tommaso's spot.
Exactly.
Because Tommaso's gone for... One has to think at least a year.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to be in the video game again.
And it's not going to be Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be Johnny.
It has to
Johnny
be.
has to lose, right?
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, does he have to lose?
Because I could see them being like, you know what? Undisputed Era didn't get any belts for a reason. Because all of them are getting drafted to a brand. Mm-hmm. Johnny keeps the belts all the way through until Tommaso's return. Because they can put in like Johnny hurt Tommaso this time. So it's literally anything Triple H wants to do at this moment. Because I'm sure, and I am very, very saddened, by the way. I don't know if you've been keeping track with the NXT UK.
The match is official.
Yeah. Could you imagine that son of a bitch pulls it off and wins?
And he asked for it.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna. Vince is in love with Pete Dunne.
Rightfully so.
So he looks like a Raw guy, maybe a SmackDown. I don't know. Honestly, he'd do great either show. I want something to happen so bad because I want it to piss off Eric so bad.
What do you want?
I want Pete Dunne to jump, gets put into the second pay-per-view of the year after Mania, the Money in the Bank, and wins.
Oh yeah, because Saudi Arabia is fucking.
And if Pete Dunne can win this Money in the Bank, it's just seconds away for his beloved Seth Rollins to fall to my Pete Dunne.
That's implying Seth Rollins isn't the one who gets screwed at Mania.
You know, all this talk about Brock jumping, well, not jumping, but Brock going to SmackDown, Ronda going to SmackDown. It's possible he loses the belt. Mm-hmm. Unless they put the Universal title on SmackDown, and that's what the blue belt is. The blue belt is the Universal title, just SmackDown colors. I don't know. I've seen weirder shit happen. But that would mean the New Day or Daniel Bryan would jump to Raw. It's so tricky. I don't know what they have up their sleeves with this. But Rhea Ripley and Pete Dunne, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't see anyone else jumping from the UK. Maybe Jordan Devlin. I think those are the only
Jordan
guys.
Devlin, yeah.
Those are the only guys that are ready. The Kofi brothers, maybe? Coffee
Brothers.
Yeah. Because they're in desperate need of tag teams. And they're a really good tag team.
They are.
So, I mean, do you ransack NXT UK like that? Take 5 people out of there? Because Walter is now the face of that whole thing. And then on NXT, it's either going to be Johnny or the Undisputed Era that's running the whole thing. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Candice LeRae looks like she's ready to jump.
Because she's not doing anything.
Kyrie, too, looks like she's ready to jump. There was also a report that the entire UFC girls are all jumping together.
I feel like they would, though.
I feel like I want to tell you my bonuses already. Because I told you I had 2 bonuses.
You did. Well,
I don't think you would tag along with these bonuses, because even I told Eric today, he's like, that's really risky. And I'm like, yeah, but I can see them doing it.
Well, now I'm kind of really curious.
What were you gonna say beforehand?
I I was gonna let you know what the punishment was because I had that decided the day I won the belt.
Yeah, go for it. Then that'll reassure me. If
I wanted to give it's really nothing like awful.
This is Wrestlmania.
I wanted to give you time to prepare because this is something you're really gonna have to think about.
Okay.
So.
Whoa! I have to think about
if you lose.
Yeah.
If you lose, so
it's gonna be bittersweet for you.
Post WrestleMania. What's the biggest thing about the night after WrestleMania?
Raw. The fans going crazy. That's what I mean.
Call-ups and debuts.
Oh yeah.
So as your punishment, you have to book your first year from the Raw after Mania or wherever you decide to debut to Mania.
I have to book my first year.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ! You know how many pay-per-views I got to write?
Now. This is the thing. It doesn't have to be like this year. You could go back to like when the brand split was like each show had one pay-per-view every other month, or they had one pay-per-view every month each show, and you can go to whatever time period. You can even book it in the Attitude Era if you wanted to.
All right, I'll think about it. Just in case.
But that is the punishment.
Okay.
So your bonuses. Because now I'm really interested. You think it's like that, like left field?
I just want your word on something. If I give you my bonuses, you cannot take them.
If I was not already thinking it, I will not take it.
When I stood with Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle.
It's not going to be the match. I still do not feel like that's going to be the match.
If it's not, then obviously I won't say. Obviously, my bonus doesn't really matter anymore, you know. But and the other one's at the Triple Threat Women's match.
You think both titles are going to be on the line?
I don't know about that one yet. I have a different thing. I think Charlotte is so out of left field with this whole thing. It's very possible that they can unify the belts.
You think they're unifying them?
It's very possible. And if they announce that beforehand, I think it's anyone's game. However, if they don't announce that they're unifying the belts, I'm like strong on Charlotte winning.
Really? Why is that?
If you're not going to announce that you're unifying the belts, what's the point of having two champions there? Because if Becky pins Charlotte, she's still on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you got Becky has
if Becky beats anyone.
And Becky has to kind of beat Ronda because Ronda's leaving for a while. So it's like, what do you do? And I just feel like if they don't announce that it's unified, Charlotte's winning. If they do announce that they're going to unify the belts, I think Becky would win.
See, here's what I think, and we're on two different ends of that. I think they're going for the image of Charlotte and Becky and Sasha and Bayley all holding up their titles at the end of Mania.
Oh.
And that's going to be part of the build to the Four Horsewomen. And the Four... Because at that point in time, all Four Horsewomen are going to have... Because, who was it? It was one of the What Culture guys. They made a point with...
Is this where you heard this from? This potential...
Oh, no, I had thought about this before. Like, this was mentioned way back when. Like, all four women holding titles at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of came back to me like that's a thing. And I've been kind of thinking about, like, how that could happen. Because I'm like, oh, Charlotte's jumping to Raw, so that's not going to happen. And then she beat Asuka for the title. Excuse me. And I was like, oh. And then I think Cleary brought it up on What Culture. He was like, think about it. Think about The Rock and Hogan. Does anyone remember that the build-up to that was awful? Or do they just remember the stare-down?
Right.
Think about all four of the horsewomen holding up their titles. So you're going to remember that Asuka got butchered along the way in 10 years? No, you're going to remember them all.
Them going like this and holding their titles.
Yep, it's the moment.
Damn, that's really, really, really possible.
So that's what I think about that. As for Corbin, what do you think about...
I think Corbin... if it stays Corbin and Kurt Angle, I think Corbin hits the end of days and Kurt Angle kicks out.
Kurt's the first to kick out at the end of days.
I think
possible.
I think Kurt would would win, because I don't think they're going to give it to Corbin if this is like Kurt's farewell. You know that Kurt's handpicking his opponents? All of his opponents so far that he wanted to
Yeah.
against? Also, on Monday, he takes on Rey Mysterio. I don't know who he's taking on SmackDown in his final SmackDown.
Well, that was supposed to be his final SmackDown this past Tuesday.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then Randy fucked it up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, booked yourself into a hard place there, like, who's gonna win? But you also didn't need to make it last 90 seconds.
Do you think it's possible that, like, his last SmackDown could be this coming SmackDown and it's, against Cena?
I still think it's not gonna be Corbin. Because
They better not do the same shit they did with Fastlane and book matches during the... And this shit's supposed to start at 3 o'clock. Did you know that?
it starts at, what the fuck, at 3?
Yeah. And it goes all the way until 11:30. That's not including the pre-show. Yeah. It's supposed to be 8 hours long.
My ass is gonna hurt.
They're calling for 17 matches.
Yeah, fucking 3 on the pre-show, I'm assuming.
No. 17 matches. No pre-show yet. Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
It's gonna be daylight in New York, and then slowly transitioning over to night.
You could show up drunk and be sober by the end of the show. Fuck. That's gonna be an interesting Sunday for me.
And Friday is NXT, because NXT's not doing Saturdays.
Yep. So we have a whole, like, Saturday to not know what we're doing down there. I mean, I've been looking for this bottle of Crown Royal Peach.
Mm-hmm.
And the closest they sell it is in, like, New York. So on Saturday, I'm gonna be like, yo, we gotta go shopping. But, no, I think they're calling way too much attention to the audience hating the fact that Baron Corbin's Angle's last match. One of two things here. One, it's not gonna be Corbin. They're calling way too much attention to it, and when they do that, it's some kind of fuckery going on.
You don't think it's Corbin?
Or two, because this puts massive heat on Corbin.
If he beats him.
He already has massive heat, but if he beats him, the even more heat he's gonna get.
So, do you have Corbin showing up against Kurt?
Excuse me. I want to wait until the last Raw to decide.
Let's say the last Raw just happened.
Okay, so if what just passed was the last Raw, I would be like, alright, fuck. I honestly, at that point, I would think maybe Angle squashes Corbin, and then someone else comes out and is like, that can't be your last match, come on. And he faces like Cena or something. Because that's a possibility too.
Like, he squashes Corbin, he was like, I'm not leaving this ring until I get, like,
a competition, yeah.
And then a dong goes off.
Dong. Or you just hear...
He's supposed to be there. That's just too, but he's supposed to be there now.
Taker is, Cena is, like...
So it's like... Imagine Taker shows up and gives Kurt Angle his last match that he wants, to only get attitude adjusted by John Cena.
Imagine...
Like, I'll see you next year, bitch.
Imagine if Kurt is sitting there, I want some competition, and you just hear... If you smell!
Jesus Christ.
Kurt versus The Rock for his last match. It's a lot.
Raw was kind of stupid, though. Especially with Triple H. I was kind of pissed off because Triple H has been one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. One of them. Mm-hmm. And it was in Boston. I was like, fuck, I could have loved to see Triple H. But it was to the point where it's like, the whole thing was stupid of him being like, I'm putting my career on the line. I'm like, everyone knows you signed for 3 more years wrestling-wise.
I mean, who else was going to win that match?
That is true, but I mean, I could have... Here's the thing, okay? You can't have it your way, Denzel, because you're having Bayley and Sasha winning, you're having Triple H winning, you're having Kofi win, you're having Seth win, you're having Becky win. When?
Bro,
ever!
Hold on. Also, add to it, the Demon Finn is beating Bobby Lashley.
The Demon Finn beating Bobby Lashley. Kurt Angle beating Baron Corbin. This has never happened, ever. Look at last year's Wrestlemania.
Oh my god, I don't even
Asuka,
talk about...
Shinsuke. What else happened?
I was happy about AJ, I can't...
Roman and Drew.
Yeah, Roman's
gonna beat Drew.
He's going to beat Drew.
See, this ain't gonna... Something bad is gonna happen. It's gonna piss people off because they love playing with emotion.
Into a shithole.
They love playing with emotion.
If Roman loses, it's like... oh, all that shit talk about leukemia now kind of seems in bad taste. Even though it already is.
But, alright.
Right, if we tentatively here, look at the matchups. Because I don't remember the whole card off the top of my head.
beating Shane, right?
That kind of has to happen.
See?
It has to.
Yeah, look at all the matches and look at all the faces you have going over. This is Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Hey, and am I not the one who at first said to you, they're not going to give us all three? They're not going to give us all three underdogs winning.
You're having them give you every single face winning.
I said, I still can't figure out who's losing out of those three. But if anyone, I feel like it would be Seth getting screwed. Let's see. Brock and Seth. Praying for Seth.
Okay,
but
that's one. Go on.
I said praying. I did not say...
You're 1 for 1 right now.
Women's triple threat. Becky has to close the show with a win.
2.
He's not going to send people home pissed off 2 years in a row.
2.
Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. Buddy Murphy.
That really doesn't matter. That's going to be on the pre-show.
Sad. Triple H and Batista.
Trips.
Kurt Angle and Corbin.
Kurt.
I say Kurt.
Yep, go on.
Shane and The Miz.
The Miz.
AJ and Randy.
AJ.
Andre the Giant Memorial. I don't know.
Braun Strowman.
Like, Braun's the only option here. Who else is in the fucking
There's
thing?
no one else. There's no other option.
The SNL guys are going to win.
The what?
The SNL guys.
Oh, fuck that. They're not going to win.
Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio. That's interesting. That I do not know.
Who won the Andre Memorial Battle Royal last year?
Fuck, who won it last year? Was that when Mojo won it?
No. Where was last year at?
I'm going to pull it up right now.
I don't think it was with Mojo.
Last year was New Orleans. Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah, with Bray, that's right.
Anyway.
Braun will win that. Go on.
Joe and Ray, I don't know.
Joe's not dropping the belt.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
Why are you 100% sure?
Joe's not dropping the belt.
I'm waiting.
He's just not. This is like a 2-week reign for a guy who hasn't had a belt in the entire time he's been there.
It's Vince.
So you're telling me, out of all the selections that you picked, you're saying it's Vince. He's going to give it to Ray. But it's not Vince when it comes to Becky and Seth and Kofi.
I literally said he's not going to give us all three. I've said it.
But you just said that they're all three have to win.
Yeah, because they've booked themselves into a corner.
Which one would piss you off the most?
Probably Kofi.
So he's like your number one right now.
Kofi is my number one. Like, he literally, like, all this bullshit on top of it all, like, he has to win at this point. What's left here? Bobby and Finn. Finn's gonna be the demon because it's a major show. The Intercontinental title is just dead in the water at the moment. So I really don't think it matters. I hate to say that Roman's gonna beat Drew, but Roman's gonna beat Drew.
Why do you hate to say that?
I just wish they weren't facing each other because I feel like they both deserve Mania wins. And it's gonna be Roman.
I feel like
Drew.
Drew should be in the Battle Royal. So that way he could be like...
the monster.
Because he would win that.
Oh, yeah. The Women's Fatal 4-Way. I would love for the Iconics to win. There's the upset, the Iconics.
That's what Eric predicted. He said that the Iconics are going to win.
I would be so happy. But at the same time, if they win, I'd be like, fuck my Becky prediction. But I'd be like, babe! No! And then DB and Kofi. It's Kofi.
Out of the three, which one are you most fearful? Like, they're not going to do it.
I feel like, of all three of them...
2 weeks ago, when I was texting you, or like, the past few weeks, I said Becky is least likely. I've changed. And I think Kofi is now least likely.
Kofi is also, like, Kofi is the one I want the most, but I also feel he is the least likely as well.
I just, like, it's not anything on him. I just don't see the belt on him.
Well, so you think he's a B+ player?
I don't think he's a B+ player. I don't see them pulling the trigger on that.
But here's here's another very big thing.
And you got to put it into perspective, too, before you say your word.
Mm-hmm.
They were shopping around to face Daniel at WrestleMania because they didn't have a set thing. So now you're telling me, now they have a set thing, they're going to give it away? They're not going to do that because before, if Mustafa Ali never got hurt...
Oh, yeah, this wouldn't have happened.
Right. It'd probably be KO against Daniel, and we would all know Daniel would probably win. Who's to say that they don't have Daniel winning still?
Now, here's a point that was brought to my attention when I realized something. Before Money in the Bank, they're going to Saudi Arabia again.
It's a throwaway pay-per-view.
Listen.
Roman's not going. Daniel says he doesn't want to go.
Are they going to let their WWE champion not go to Saudi Arabia?
What the fuck do they care? They have their Universal champion. They don't need the mid-card WWE champion.
If the Prince says, I want the WWE champion...
The Prince wanted Ultimate Warrior, and he did.
Yeah, you physically can't do that.
You could have put paint on a guy. Okay. Well, it is Vince.
So that's another reason I'm like, they could take it off them. If they want the WWE champion in Saudi Arabia, it's just... There's a lot of ways this could go. So before I leave for Mania on Friday next week, I will have a lot to figure out before then. But that being said, I think we should get into what actually happened this week.
Do we have to?
It's kind of our job.
It's not really our job. I mean, we kind of just talked about what happened. We literally just talked about exactly what happened on these shows. And we announced the card.
I still don't even know what happened on Raw.
I mean, it's not really anything you missed. Hold on. With you in a hot, quick second. Monday Night Raw.
Oh, here he goes. So excited.
It was in Boston.
Yay!
Rousey came out.
Oh, boy. I actually liked this. I actually started to like this, and then it just went downhill hard.
Because of the Beat the Clock challenge?
Yeah, there was no point. There was really no point.
So Ronda comes out, crowd chanting, "We want Becky." Rousey mentions women's main eventing WrestleMania for the first time.
And says,
"Start up."
"You're welcome." Drops the mic, comes back. Actually.
Yeah, Rousey has only one thing to say. "You're welcome." She picks the mic back up and says she does have something else to say, now that the fans appreciate what she says or accomplishes. Rousey promises to make Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair tap out at the same time at WrestleMania. She picks the mic back up and says she does have more to say. She has no idea what a Beat the Clock challenge is, but it sounds like another gimmick around here. Rousey is ready to get this farce going. She says now that's all she had to say. So it's pretty much Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky against the Riot Squad. And,
yeah.
What, Becky won? Yeah.
Yeah, because Ronda won in like a minute and 7 or something like that.
Yeah, Charlotte didn't get
Charlotte
a tap
didn't.
out.
She had the figure 8 on Ruby, and Ruby just didn't tap.
I also feel like it was unfair. They all faced different people.
They were going to face the same person?
Well, I'm just saying, like, it is unfair. Ruby is the better out of the three.
But look at how they hold Charlotte compared to the other two.
I guess. So we see Finn Balor backstage warming up for his 1-on-2 handicap match. Balor must win to get his title shot at WrestleMania. And guess what happens?
He wins.
He wins.
But he doesn't fight Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. He fights Bobby Lashley and
Jinder Mahal.
the Maharaja.
Balor celebrates. Cole confirms the title shot. Lashley is furious in the ring as Lashley brings the Singh brothers in the ring and destroys them both. Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe is announced for later on. Cole mentions Elias being the featured musical guest of WrestleMania 35. That is where The Rock will show up.
Or the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh shit! It's
Recently inducted Honky Tonk Man.
They ruin everything, man. Elias says he's ready to perform a song for the people gathering around him. A street musician tries to join him, but he insults the guy and New Yorkers. Elias says he has to practice for the big performance now. The Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet is next. Ricochet and Aleister win.
Yep.
Still to come, Triple H will be there to respond to comments Batista made last week. We go back to the ring. Drew McIntyre comes out. Drew says he doesn't care if you don't like him, but you'll respect him. Drew addresses Roman Reigns and says 1 week is a long time to wait for the answer to his WrestleMania 35 challenge. Drew shows us a clip from 2 weeks ago where he destroyed Reigns before what was to be Reigns' comeback match against Baron Corbin. We also see a clip from last Monday where Drew issued the WrestleMania challenge to Reigns, saying he may have beat leukemia, but he will never beat Drew to the grandest stage of them all. On the grandest stage of them all, I said too. We come back to Drew, and some fans are booing him. Drew says, for the love of God, he hopes Reigns' wife or family got through his thick skull and convinced him to turn down the match. But ladies and gentlemen, Roman comes out, accepts the challenge. Next. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. Also Seth Rollins will address Brock Lesnar. Sasha against Natalya. Sasha wins by DQ. Beth Phoenix hits the ring, brawls with Nia. Beth scoops Nia up on her shoulder. Snuka runs up. La-dee-da. The announcers confirm McIntyre versus Ambrose in a last man standing match.
I do want to point out for a second, Beth forgot how to hook in her finisher. You know how she hooks the arms under and pulls them back?
Yeah.
She hooked them, like, the other way around. So her arms were coming out, and she was like, wait. And she just, like, switched her arms. I was like, Beth, what the fuck? You were looking real good, too.
The announcers talk about the Hart Foundation and Denzel taking a giant bite from his steak and cheese. Steak and cheese or just steak? Cheese.
Lettuce and mayonnaise.
That's usually how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get all the mushrooms and pepper shit. Even though
Depends
I'm
on
a
the
big
day.
fan of peppers.
Depends on the
like
day.
it with steak for some reason.
Which, tune in next week for peppers.
Pepper.
Pepper.
There's no plural.
Sorry. Pepper.
What kind of pepper did you want me to do? Because I said on the thing habanero. But it's honestly your call.
Go habanero.
I can do jalapeno if you want. I can do the one I gave you, the serrano. You were dying on that. Why'd you... You know, to this day, I think about that. Honest to God, I think about that to this day. Why the hell did you eat the serrano pepper?
Was that for the best of 7?
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted that best of 7 bad.
Yes, you did.
But I got it. I got my best of 7.
You had peanut butter ketchup and bologna concoction, and then you ate pepper.
And we had...
The pepper was fucking you up.
It was. But hey, what turned out? The last match of that best of 7, you were so fucking mad. You were like, just fucking get pinned! Your body is in purple!
You really were in purple. I was so annoyed.
I was not having it. I was like, no, this is my moment.
We gotta do another best of 7. Because it's a new game.
That's true.
Charlie Cruz is backstage with Kurt Angle. Blah, 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 blah.
What?
We go to the stage and it's time for another episode of A Moment of Bliss.
But guess what? It's in the ring!
I didn't see this, so...
It was in the ring.
Oh. Charlie Caruso stops Sasha Banks and Bayley backstage. She brings up the competition in the women's tag team division. Banks cuts her off and says they will face the tag team at WrestleMania 35. Any tag team. Banks and Bayley walk off. Back from the break, and Alexa Bliss is out for a special edition of A Moment of Bliss in the ring. Bliss welcomes us to say... and says, ever since she became the WrestleMania 35 host, the show keeps getting better and better. More like bigger and bigger. She mentions women being in the WrestleMania main event for the first time. Bliss says that's incredible and takes credit. Bliss shows us footage from 3 weeks ago, Braun Strowman having backstage run-up with SNL stars Michael.
Yep. Guest stars.
Baron Corbin versus Apollo.
No, wait. Because you know what?
This does not need to be said.
Nope, it does need to be said.
No,
you
it
know
doesn't.
Why? Because Braun Strowman is not going to be able to handle them two. And you know who's going to save Braun Strowman? Nicholas.
Did you see the promo Nicholas cut?
I saw like the clip on YouTube and I was like, I'll watch it later, and I just never watched it.
He's saying that this is his comeback. And he flipped over like a toy truck.
I
get these hands. It's about 2 minutes long. I'll forward you it because it's on my Facebook right now.
Oh my god, Nicholas, no.
Next up, it's Baron Corbin versus Apollo. Did you watch this match?
I was at work, so I half watched Raw.
I mean, it really wasn't a match.
Didn't Corbin just get his win back?
Huh?
Didn't Corbin just get his win back from the other week?
Pretty much. Winner Baron Corbin. After the match, Corbin stands tall, the music plays, Corbin goes to the ring, where he turns back to Cruz, and Rollins takes the mic and says he will cut right to the chase. He and WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar are not cut in the same cloth and are taking two different roads to WrestleMania. Oh, sorry. I just got a message. He says there's only one road out, forged by the title and by the man who will lead the business. Rollins or Lesnar? He says that's really heavy, but listen up. He wants that weight. He wants to carry that burden. He wants to be a champion that inspires people. He says when he was younger, he was inspired by people like WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, and even Triple H. Rollins says even John Cena inspires people, but Lesnar does not. Rollins says this is the biggest match of his career, and that goes without saying.
I work with a guy who's like, when we go to WrestleMania, he's like, I'm bringing my Lesnar shirt. I was like, fuck you, I'm not sitting next to you.
Why would he do that?
He wants Lesnar to win. I know! But also, I wasn't the biggest fan of this segment.
This has not been good, this build-up.
See, what
Part
I liked...
of it is not his fault. It's Lesnar not being there.
Yeah. What I did like was that when they started, they were using actual facts. Like, Brock had problems with these smaller men, which he had. And then Paul Heyman was like, yeah, but he still won.
It'd be like Finn Balor, he won. AJ Styles, he won.
So I liked that they were using facts, and this just kind of pulled that away and just became pandering. I feel like this became pandering. Because it's all about we'll do this, we'll do that, me and the universe. And then it became like copy and paste Brock Lesnar feud. I felt like it had a nice little, for what it could be, and then it just went copy and paste this week. So we'll see what happens next week when Brock's there.
He said he's going to take Suplex City and they will burn it. Ladies and gentlemen.
I want to know how much he dreaded when they were like, alright Seth, you're going to say, we will take it back and we will, and you're going to hold the microphone up for them all to say, burn it down. Like, he must have been like, how are they going to know to say that? Like, I bet he was sitting like, fuck. And when he put it up there, they got like, a few people got it. And I felt like he was like, oh, thank God.
Heyman thanks Rollins for letting him know that their match at WrestleMania is now a handicap match. Heyman says it's now Lesnar giving the usual intro to Lesnar versus Rollins and the entire WWE universe. Heyman says he likes those odds because Rollins has no chance. Heyman says Rollins is pathetic. He goes on mocking Rollins in this generation about thoughts and prayers for everything they do. Heyman continues to taunt Rollins and says he doesn't want Rollins to take it personally when Lesnar beats him at WrestleMania. He wants Rollins to take it personally when the entire WWE universe loses at WrestleMania. Heyman tosses the mic and turns away. Rollins hurries up the ramp and Heyman falls down while pleading and begging with Rollins, saying this was all Brock's idea.
I do love it when Heyman begs. Because he goes from being so like, man, no, I'm an advocate. Oh.
So, here's my thoughts on that segment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very worried because we still have one more Raw to go through.
Yes, we do.
Which, there's something he has not yet said.
Spoiler.
Right, and the last time he said this, he didn't say it at all. Until the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I know. I was so mad. I was like, fuck.
Kurt Angle versus Joe. Kurt Angle's music hits. Joe comes out, talks about some of the history. Can't think of a better way to send Angle off than put his ass to sleep one last time. It's been noted about 20 times by Michael Cole that this is the first time ever they're wrestling in the ring of WWE.
Yep.
Kurt Angle won because he did like a random like roll up type of a thing.
That was it. I mean, great, you know, like he got to fight Joe in WWE before he's gone. But that was a dumb fucking like. Y'all both can't lose. What the fuck?
I'm sad about this because. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. That's what we're gonna do.
What?
After NXT,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Does it have to be in any particular order?
No particular order.
Okay, I can do that.
The reason why I said this is because I'm going to talk about Angle. Angle used to be maybe top 2.
Oh my god, yeah.
He just looks like he's ready to go.
Bro, his angle slam on Orton Tuesday?
Or even the German suplexes to Joe. It's it's sad.
it is sad to see. It's like, when people hold on too long, you gotta hang them up someday, kid.
Why hasn't Undertaker or Ric Flair?
I don't know, but they need to.
Apparently, is still doing indie stuff, special guests at some house shows and stuff like that. He's wrestling.
I think Ric Flair is on a lot of drugs.
He was even on a commercial for I think 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, pizza, $1. Woo! A beverage, $1. Woo!
I just think he's on a lot of drugs.
He
And
has
that's
to be on a
why-
lot of drugs to do that commercial.
Taker, I don't know what Taker. I think maybe Michelle is like, babe, you should just keep wrestling. And he's like, okay, Michelle.
It is my legacy.
And then he just gives her the Undertaker D.
Wow.
Do you think it's slow and methodical?
I think he
Or
gives her
powerful
the
and
tombstone,
painful?
But they're both naked while he's giving her the tombstone. If you know
So
what
he
I
does
mean.
a standing 69.
After the match, Angle celebrates and exit. Blah, blah, blah. We see Dean Ambrose backstage preparing for tonight's main event. We go back to the ring, and out comes Triple H for a pop. Back to commercial. Back from break. Triple H is in the ring with a mic. Pretty much what we talked about earlier. Triple H puts in his... who gives a shit? Anyone who thinks Batista's going to win, you just don't watch wrestling if that's the case. Which is probably good, because if you don't watch wrestling, you probably enjoy it more.
I just want to say, Triple H did the job for that envelope. He did the job. He's like, I'm doing the job for the envelope. That is the part about Triple H I like as a face. He is genuinely funny. Cats, what the fuck? Yeah, he's genuinely funny when he's a face. It doesn't feel forced.
Yeah.
That is what I like about face Triple H. But heel Triple H is the better Triple H.
I agree with that. Kind of like The Miz. I don't like this.
I don't mind it. I don't feel like it can ride out
It doesn't seem genuine.
I don't mind it, but it cannot ride out till SummerSlam. It's gonna have to change by SummerSlam.
He has to turn, and he has to challenge Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't challenge Kofi, because after he beats Shane, what's next for him? He's gonna turn heel right away. He's gonna face Daniel Bryan, and that rivalry rekindles itself. Right, this time they swap.
They make them a tag team.
Dean Ambrose versus McIntyre in a last man standing match. You know how this works. McIntyre wins.
Yeah, as he should.
Taz stands over Ambrose as music hits, and everyone's saying that was Ambrose's last time you'll ever see him again. He's no longer on Mania, even though he was supposed to main event it at one point. It's to the point where they knew, because I was reading about it, he was scheduled to face Roman in the main event for the Universal title. And most likely Roman was going to win. Maybe, maybe not. But even that didn't make him cash in on it.
See, I think how they should have played this with Roman coming back. I think they should have played this. You just read something interesting.
The rich keep getting richer.
Joy. Not even going to talk about it. I think how they should have played this, and this would have worked out better.
So the NFL has...
He's going to talk about it.
Has this running back. His name's Jordan Howard.
Oh, boy.
He's really good.
What did
He's a Chicago Bear. And he got traded.
To who?
For a conditional pick in 2020. He's now a member of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey! I'll take it! Because we had an awful offseason.
Unbelievable. The
up.
only piece that could hurt the Eagles has been resolved.
Yeah.
Now they just have to worry about hoping that Carson does not get hurt.
Yeah, I know. That's
They
my
don't got a
biggest-
backup.
That's my biggest fear. Unless we draft one. But even then...
Waste a pick on it.
Exactly. We're fucked. Mike Vick could come back. How I think they should have handled the Dean and Roman situation. Even though Dean's leaving, that's fine. at Fastlane, when they won, after they won, Dean should have, like, hit Roman with a dirty deed or something. And Dean's last match should have been versus Roman. Because Dean should have been like, I put the Shield back together for you. I did it. But I'm still who I am. I'm still a piece of shit. I'm still this bad guy. And that's how they should have wrote it off. With Roman getting a win over Dean and Drew doing something else where he can get a win.
What I don't like is... What the hell was Seth gonna do?
I have no idea.
Intercontinental title?
What was Finn gonna do?
Intercontinental title?
Oh my god.
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know.
What was gonna be the Royal Rumble? Was it gonna be
Miz.
Ambrose?
Miz.
Miz winning the Rumble?
Face Miz. Heel Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a rumor for a while.
We could be looking at a completely different card.
Oh my, not a 17 match card.
Yeah, probably not.
Fucking lord. Speaking of 17 matches, SmackDown Live.
They had like what, an hour and a half of tag team matches?
Give or take. Teddy Long would have been proud. So it did open up with a New Day, and Xavier Woods did channel his inner Lance Storm and saying, "Can we be serious for a minute?" And they did kind of a very serious promo with Kofi not saying a single word. And the New Day run it down to, honestly, we're thinking about quitting. But before we do that, we need answers, and the one man who can give us the answers is Vince McMahon. And the crowd is just like, fuck Vince McMahon. But they booed. They didn't say fuck Vince McMahon, they booed. But they essentially said, fuck Vince McMahon. Vince comes out, and before Vince even gets to say anything, Daniel Bryan comes out. And Daniel Bryan says, don't subject yourself to their questions. Let them quit. You can make a whole new stable, and it could be called... Oh my god, what the fuck did he call it? Because I actually thought that was pretty funny.
I thought that's what he called it.
What?
You're like, oh my god, what did he call it?
Yep, that's the stable, he said. I gotta find it. Oh, yep, he said call up 3 guys from NXT and call them Fresh Afternoon and have them throw waffles into the crowd. Who would be in Fresh Afternoon?
Is it like New Day? Or is it like completely different people?
3 guys from NXT, because New Day's gonna quit. He just said call them up from NXT.
Okay, so call him for NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Street Profits and Velveteen. Fresh Afternoon.
That would actually be a very interesting team. I can't lie on that. And so Vince says, you know what?
Because if the New Day leaves, they don't have a dominant black team. You know that the New Day is like the only black team on main roster right now?
Yep.
Where's the what's the word I'm looking for?
Affirmative action?
No. Like, it's not variety. It's
Diversity?
Yes. Where is it in this WWE?
It's Vince.
I don't think he ever thought he would have a black man versus a white man for the WWE title, and a black man is like heavily favored.
See, who was the last black tag team since... Was it Crime Time?
No way.
Was it really Crime Time?
Think about it.
Kofi and Truth were a team for a little bit. And that was after Crime Time.
Oh yeah, it was I forget what it was called.
Air Truth.
Air Truth.
No, Boom Truth. No, because it was Air Boom when it was Kofi and Evan Bourne.
Yeah, that's right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway. Vince says, Kofi, to me, you will always be
The
a
Usos?
B-plus player. Usos. Okay. Usos, yeah.
That was 2014.
They're Samoan.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, we said black. I'll clarify. African-American team.
Okay, probably Crime Time. Or Air Truth or whatever.
Air Truth, whatever the fuck they were. Vince says, you'll always be a B-plus player to me. Daniel Bryan says, yes, exactly. Exactly. He just keeps
ringing everything. Vince gets the point to because Xavier does call Daniel Bryan a hypocrite. He's like, you now stand for everything you fought against, and I like that they're calling that back. Finally. And Vince is like, shut up! And Vince says, Kofi will always be a B+ player, but will you two always be a B+ tag team? I'm going to put you in a gauntlet match, and if you can win it, Kofi will face Daniel Bryan for the title at Wrestlmania. And I was kind of just like, we're really going to do the same exact thing again? Okay, let's see where this goes. So then, Becky started cutting a promo. Charlotte's music hit, because Becky said that Charlotte doesn't deserve to be in there. Ronda was the champion. Becky won the Royal Rumble. What did Charlotte do? And Charlotte said, undeserving? I'll show you undeserving. And it came back. Asuka was in the ring. And Greg Hamilton says the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And even the announcers are like, what? Wait, fucking how? Why?
These two put on a really good TV match. I really kind of did want them to have a Mania rematch.
A lot of people did.
Because they have really good chemistry. Two of the better women in the world.
But once again,
Asuka taps out to Charlotte. And Charlotte is now the SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
Yes.
And
How do you feel? 'Cause you texted me.
I was not
Very
happy.
First thing was, I want to go on a rant on Thursday.
so, like I was saying before we started, I did have more time to process it. And it's not going to be so much of a rant on Charlotte winning the belt. It's more on WWE did not build any credible opponents for Asuka. Like, anybody Asuka would have fought at WrestleMania would have been disrespectful to Asuka, I feel like. Nothing against Naomi, but if you told me it was going to be Asuka versus Naomi, I'd be like, really? Nothing against Mandy or Sonya, but if you told me
I
it's
felt like
one of
all
them...
this could have been resolved had Ember Moon been on SmackDown.
Oh, totally, because Asuka versus Ember, it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which,
Where is Ember?
I know.
So after thinking of all that, I think it was the right decision to get the belt off Asuka. Because of that whole reason, if Asuka fought somebody at Mania, it would have just been like, really? This is it?
Yeah.
Not to any fault of Asuka, not to any fault of Charlotte, but to the fault of WWE for not building up the SmackDown women to be credible competitors. That is my issue. Before, I was just like, it's bullshit, what are they doing to Asuka? Which, they're doing Asuka dirty. But they didn't fix this when she won the title, let alone anything.
Yeah, I know. That sucks.
so with that being said, then, as Charlotte's walking down,
Kurt's music hits, and Charlotte's kind of looking at him like, really? Really, bro?
Why are they doing this?
I don't know.
They've been doing this for like 3 weeks.
I don't know.
It's like as soon as one leaves, one comes out right away.
Yep. It's like we don't have our 5-minute overrun time anymore. Go, go, go.
Really?
I don't know. So we get Kurt versus AJ Styles. AJ cuts a pretty nice promo.
Never had 5-minute rollover.
I know. AJ said Kurt might have laid the foundation, but this is the house that AJ Styles built. They go out for the match. And the first 90 seconds were great. And then Randy came in and hit an RKO. And AJ won by disqualification. Technically, Kurt lost.
Oh, yeah.
Kurt goes to hit an Olympic slam on Randy, but he botched it. I don't know what he did, but he botched it.
And that was it. That was the biggest waste. I was really upset because I was looking forward to that because I was like,
If anyone can carry Kurt through a match, it'll be AJ.
Then the Miz got
Doesn't need no carrying. He needs
Okay.
a wheelchair.
Stop it.
Then we got a promo from the Miz. Basically what we heard last week, except this time Shane comes out because Miz says he wants it to be a Falls Count Anywhere match. Shane agrees while he's standing behind the 3 members of Sanity, Shelton Benjamin, and fucking Primo, who's still under contract. No Epico, though. Just Primo.
Sanity?
Yep. And Shelton Benjamin.
I thought he was on Raw.
Nope. It was a one-off.
Jesus Christ.
And all these security guards. Miz said.
What was the point of Shelton versus Seth?
Because of the ties Shelton has to Brock. That's it. That is literally it. Yep. Shane says Miz's father's biggest mistake was getting his mother pregnant.
Wow.
And that set Miz off. He fought off all 7 security guards. He fought off all 3 members of Sanity and Shelton Benjamin and Primo for Shane to just walk to the back.
And Primo.
He beat everyone and stood tall at the end. Kind of buries him, but
You do realize.
Mm.
I don't know.
What?
Because you want all this to happen the right way. And all of them are already standing tall.
There's still another week.
I know. You think... Okay. Go on.
No, go on.
No, go.
No, go.
I don't see all the heels standing tall this week.
Not all of them, and that's going to help me decide.
Then again, it really doesn't matter. That's fucked me over 3 times now. Oh, Asuka went over. She beat the shit out of Mandy and Sonya. She still wins. See, now I'm pissed because it's what was the purpose of having Asuka beat them? Putting the belt on Sonya and Mandy would have been amazing. Because Asuka was just going to fucking drop it to Charlotte anyways.
I honestly think they were trying to build for Asuka, but they realized it way too late.
And they're like, well, emergency button.
What's Shinsuke and Rusev doing?
Oh, we'll get to them. Because next is our gauntlet match.
Yay!
And are you ready for the single saddest moment on the show?
Hey, man!
Yep, because their first opponent is Gallows and Anderson, and they lose in 30 seconds.
Xavier comes out the gate with a drop kick. They take out Gallows. They hit the up, down, down, which apparently is not called the Midnight Hour anymore. And that's it. Gallows and Anderson are out.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, they're gonna be out soon.
Oh, yeah.
Out.
And
Goldie.
then it was versus
Nakamura and Rusev, as you talked about.
Xavier got worked for a while. Big E got the hot tag. In the end,
Up, down, down. They win.
after that, it's versus...
The Bar. Do the bar thing with me. Yeah, the Bar. Dibs on Cesaro.
Oh, okay, I'll take Sheamus.
This means you pasty it.
Okay.
You know what? Never mind. It already works.
It's powerful too. And I am Irish.
Got the mohawk going?
I can do that with my hair. My hair's pretty long. I
Do
just
it for
need
your
a
wedding.
lot of fucking gel.
Mohawk your wedding.
Just so
Oh,
Kaylee can be
hell
like,
no.
are you kidding me?
I'd be like, just marry me, boyo.
She'll be like, this is fucking over. Take an Evie, we're leaving.
Sheamus and Cesaro.
I'll turn around and be like, hey guys, bachelor party, round 2.
And then a super kick.
Oh.
Side note, the guy who I told you about who was like, I'm bringing my Brock Lesnar shirt, he's playing like wrestler themes. So today when I went to walk in the kitchen, before I even got in, like a few steps before, I just hear, I'm here to show the world, I'm here to show... And I don't change my walk speed or anything, but as I get in there, it's like as Dolph Ziggler would be coming through the curtain. I was like, this is weird. So then when I left the kitchen, I just heard...
Wow.
I'm like, Kevin Owens really right after?
But, yep, they fought the Bar, and obviously, they have good chemistry. This match ended with a roll-up. And then they put
Big E through a table after beating him up. So Xavier's like down there with Big E, and the Usos come out.
Oh, so...
I also do want to point out,
They were showing people in the back, like watching the TV, like Kofi was watching it, and Becky Lynch, and all the faces were there. And I got really upset because I noticed Asuka was there watching it. You should be somewhere pissed off right now, Asuka. Get out of there. Get out of there. So the Usos come out and they
They're
grab the
like,
microphone and they say, the Usos have gone to war with the New Day, and if anybody deserves that title shot at Mania, it's Kofi Kingston. So good luck. We forfeit. I don't know if the Usos are faces or heels. Or tweeners.
I think they're tweeners.
I think they're tweeners.
These are their boys.
Yeah. So it wouldn't make sense for them to be like, alright, we're gonna fuck y'all up. And then the announcement came. The New Day just have to win against one more team. And they played Daniel Bryan's music. It was Bryan and Rowan. Side note, they used Rowan's wrong music last week.
Really?
They used his Bludgeon Brothers music.
Ha! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Sing it right.
Meow, 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 meow.
There you go.
Hey, we get to hear it again at Mania. You better fucking meow at WrestleMania. You better do it.
Everyone around me is going to look at me like,
You better take a video and you send it to me.
Mow! 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 Mow!
Yeah.
Mow! And you're going to hear somebody, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, this guy's drunk as
I'm just going to
fuck.
go, mow! Mow! Mow!
Stop giving this man beers.
Mow! But they won by flipping the announce table on Rowan. Not exactly on Rowan because he had enough space to like worm his way out of there. And the ref counted to 10. So they cut to backstage when Kofi's celebrating in the ring with them, and Caleb Braxton's like, Vince, the New Day just won. He's like, yeah, they did. I saw that. And she's like, so does this mean Kofi's going to Mania? And Vince goes, yes, Kofi is going to Mania. But can a B-plus player beat Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship? That is the real question.
Something is wrong here.
Something is very wrong.
I feel like he's going to implement something, and it's not going to be good.
Notice how he said Kofi is going to Mania. He did not say Kofi is facing Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. But that was
I
SmackDown.
still think it's going to be a triple threat.
No.
Because he's not doing anything.
Who?
Kevin.
KO? He's gonna be in the Battle Royal. What do you mean?
You're like, no.
He's gonna be in the Battle Royal. With the newly name shortened Ali.
Fatal 4-way.
He is no longer Mustafa.
I know.
Just Ali.
I mean, I didn't really care for Mustafa anyways.
I just didn't know which name they were gonna keep.
Well, I'm happy they kept Ali.
They kept the shorter one.
Ali!
Mustafa! But alas. That was SmackDown. What?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I'm just thinking about someone else losing their name.
Neville.
The house that Styles built.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right without the AJ. Just calling AJ, like AJ not having AJ would be weird.
Yeah, even with a tattoo.
Facts. His tattoo says AJ. Well, it's not for him, it's his kid's initials. Still! It's his initials too!
His kid's name is Alan and Jones.
And he's like Andy Jones.
That's AJ's name.
Yeah.
Alan Jones.
Yeah. Alan Jones, his fucking daughter, fucking Annie Jones, who's Samoa Joe's daughter.
Oh, Wendy! I'll take a spicy McChicken, extra cheese.
Joe, it's over. The feud is over. Stop.
Poor AJ.
I watched the.
Taking on Randall.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
That's a toss-up.
That is a toss-up. I would prefer to see AJ win the first time I see him wrestle ever.
I think Randy's going to win because of him threatening to go talk to AEW. They have AJ Styles locked.
Yeah. See, with Triple H saying, like, if you go to AEW, you can go, but don't expect a warm welcome. Yeah. I think that's them saying, like, we'll see what you do. But, you know, who knows?
I think they're trying to call his bluff. Because I think he's bluffing.
Yeah.
Why at this moment in his career he wants to go to a different program?
Facts. Just so you could do an RKO somewhere else?
Right.
And not call it an RKO?
Right.
The jumping cutter!
The KRO, oh my god!
The KR. The Keith Orton Randall. The Orton Keith Randall.
Core!
Core!
Core! Core! Core! Core.
Wade Barrett comes out. Did somebody say core? No, Wade.
I'm afraid I've got some good news.
What? I got some good
I'm good news, Wade.
Good news, Stu.
Good news, Stu.
Fuck off. 205 Live.
Oh, that would have been perfect to end it there.
205 Live.
Good news, Stu.
6-man tag. Lucha House Party versus Humberto, Drew, and
Speaking
Jack.
of an Humberto, Alberto made amends with Triple H.
Oh, God. Stop trying to bring him back.
And he's on very good terms with them again.
Fuck off.
And it looks like he could be coming back.
It's not working. Like, you are literally like the epitome of a bad relationship that won't go away.
But he's really good in the ring. He is.
But it's not
You can't
working.
deny that.
You can be good in the ring, but don't be so difficult to fucking work with.
I know. That was me and Eric talking about.
My God.
Like, he's so good in the ring, but he's just an asshole.
Paige wanted him in her asshole.
Ew. Well, she tried a lot of different things in her asshole. Her asshole has seen many objects.
Not the Divas title.
Ew.
6-man tag. Came down to it was a fun match. Came down to it when Humberto went to go off the top rope and Drew's like, "No! What did I tell you? No! Don't do that." They argued for a bit. Kalisto hits the Selena del Sol. 1, 2, 3. The Lucha House Party win. Backstage interview with the Bennetts, or the Canellises, depending on where we're viewing them. They ask about Maria's interference, and...
Wow, it's all coming from memory, yeah?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't remember what I just watched.
It's very fresh in my mind. Maria's like, "No, Mike did it," and Mike's like, "Yeah, I did it," and then she's like...
He's shaping Mike. He's Constable Bennett.
Constable Canellis. I am the Bandit, I am the...
They should make a group for Baron Corbin. Just like the Straight Edge Society. All of them are shaven, and they all wear vests and suits. And they're all called the Constable.
You know, I would hate that.
The Constables.
I would hate that, but that probably means it's good. Maria says they're shouting out the haters, and speaking of haters, Drake Maverick walks up and he's like,
I am
"Me?
not a whiter.
A what?
A whiter."
I kind of wish he was Australian. Because I do British and I slip into Australian. Like, I'll go for British, and then eventually it'll slip into Australian. See? There it was. There it was! Fuck! But he's like, yeah, Akira Tozawa is going to get a rematch, and he's going to have D. Brian Kendrick at his side. Then we got Buddy Murphy cutting a promo at the Performance Center saying he's not there because he knows Tony Nese. Tony Nese is going to want revenge and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Tony Nese is there. And they scrap.
Yep.
And they got separated by what looked like Ron Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got our main event, Arya Daivari versus Cedric Alexander, which for some reason, Oni Lorcan was sitting at ringside. They brawl outside. I guess Cedric knocked Oni's jacket off the table. I don't know why it was left on the table. And Oni starts screaming at him like, "My jacket! My jacket! Really? Give me what I want! Give me what I want!"
He reminds me of Heidenreich now.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Right. Like, his song used to make me think of like some kind of like H&R Block commercial or some shit. Like, I feel like you're gonna, do my taxes.
Yeah, in a dark room.
Alright? With poetry. And Michael Cole.
You saved 22% this year.
It just slightly blows and just... But, and then Arya Daivari got the roll-up. 1, 2, 3, Arya won. And then Oni attacked Cedric later. I really don't... Is Oni on 205 now officially?
Yes. Danny Burch has been on UK for the past month now. Like I said, he's in a different tag team now. So, hey.
Profound sadness.
Facts. To open the show, it's a war of words, which firmly places Gargano, a.k.a. Johnny Takeover, as the good guy.
I'm sorry, but what are we talking about
Adam Cole
here?
as the guy who needs his cronies to win the big matches.
What
Ladies
show are we
and
talking
gentlemen,
about?
it's NXT.
Ah.
Gargano will fight to fulfill his destiny to finally become NXT. See, I'm so much happier now.
Because it's NXT and not Raw.
Gargano will fight to fulfill his destiny. I came so close because I got contacted by Vivid Seats.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, catch NXT TakeOver. Tickets still on sale.
Oh my god.
God.
You're like, too close to the wedding? Too close to the wedding?
Watch me fucking do it. I'm like, Zel, so weird seeing you here.
And I'll be like, how the fuck? What the fuck? You didn't tell me you were going.
Cole leaves the ring and missed Gargano's theme music, but he stops at the bottom of the ramp to compliment Gargano on a lovely Lifetime movie story. He says Triple H said the best 2 out of 3 falls match would be definitive. Cole says he was wrong because it will be undisputed. Standing on the stage behind him next to Dusty Rhodes' tourney trophy are Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. Undisputed Era in full effect to close that segment. It's a 2 out of 3 falls.
I know, I'm really excited about that.
Who gets the first fall?
Probably Adam Cole.
Last week we see clips of Forgotten Sons beating up Ricochet and Aleister Black following last week's NXT TV. The crowd chants, "We forgot you," as the Forgotten Sons stand over their fallen foes. They will fight in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals later tonight. Billie Eilish's song, "You Should See Me in a Crown," is one of the official TakeOver New York theme songs. Segment number 2, Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah versus Lacey Lane and Casey Catanzaro.
Yeah, I think they're roommates or they're just really good friends.
Yeah.
Lacey and Casey.
Seems these two, Bourne and Aaliyah, have become a proper tag team.
Yeah,
Wearing
I can see
complimentary pink outfits for this match. Lane and Catanzaro competed in the most recent Mae Young Classic. Increased aggression. These are the highlights. Increased aggression from Aaliyah in the way that she hit her corner strikes on Lane. McGuinness says that he has been visible on the live circuit too. Bourne and Aaliyah used the ropes to tie Lane up, striking her all over. Suddenly moving silently from the backstage area down to the ramp are the 3 horsewomen. Bourne and Aaliyah leave without argument while NXT Women's Champion Shayna isolates Catanzaro in the ring for a Kirifuda clutch.
The Kirifuda clutch.
Catanzaro escapes using the turnbuckle to backflip out of it. She kicks Duke and Shafir off the apron, tries for a springboard attack, but Baszler wraps her up in the Kirifuda clutch. Catanzaro passes out. Plenty of boos from the crowd as Baszler holds up the NXT Women's title. Duke and Shafir applaud their friend and walk back up the ramp. Winners, no contest via 3 minutes.
See, I've actually been watching like I'd scroll through YouTube and I'd see like the Performance Center videos and a lot of like Ricochet and Casey Catanzaro because they're dating, and I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, I love them.
Baszler walks over to Watson and says this will keep happening as long as the champion keeps getting mistreated. She demands respect from the roster. 0 cool points given here. Would have been good to see these 4 ladies get a full opportunity to shine, but Baszler and company attract some extra heat prior to TakeOver by squashing the competition.
That's another match I'm really concerned on.
It's assertive, and I have no issue with their intimidation tactics. All it does is create more potential matchups down the road.
I don't know who's going to win that match. But it's not going to be Shayna.
Matt Riddle versus the finest, Kona Reeves.
He's still a thing?
Reeves' arrogant personality trying to show up Riddle with his strength in his words. Riddle with a beauty running senton.
Senton?
Yeah. Moving to a gut-wrench suplex on Reeves. Suddenly, it's Velveteen's Dream's music, and he's being pushed gently onto the stage.
It's whose
couch.
music?
Velveteen Dream.
Who?
The Dream.
I don't know who that is.
By 2 ladies. His North American Championship.
Velveteen Dream.
His North American Championship has its own place on a pillow on the couch. Reeves tries to take advantage of the distraction. Huge back suplex gets a 2 count. Riddle kicks out. Shortly thereafter, he fights a submission attempt, side headlock by Reeves. Nasty knee strike by Riddle to Reeves' face. Riddle moves to elbow strikes to the sternum and then lays in the bro mission. Reeves taps out. Matt Riddle via submission in 3 minutes. Dream interrupts the ring announcer so he can announce Matthew Riddle as the winner and the man who gets to face the Dream at TakeOver New York. Riddle walks up the ramp to meet Dream and grabs the goblet Dream was sipping from. Takes a drink and throws it away. Riddle grabs Dean's music and says he'll see him New York, bro. 1 cool point for Riddle. He manages to walk the line between being carefree and dangerous quite well, with his calm, laid-back, RVD-like presence outside of the ring. It's important that he do exactly the opposite once his match is underway. Riddle was thrown off by Dream's appearance, but not enough to cost him the match. That's as much as a comment on Riddle's resiliency as it is Reeves, and an inability to seize the moment and make his mark. Riddle and Dream are two of the most celebrated NXT stars, and that match will have the entire Barclays Center cheering them on, face versus face. Another official team theme song for TakeOver is Are You Ready by Disturbed. Main event, Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final, Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Forgotten Sons.
The who?
Forgotten Sons.
I don't know who those are. I forgot them.
Pretty much Black Mass on Blake. Blake flies from the turnbuckle on the outside and take on a Cutler. Meanwhile, 630 splash, but Ricochet gets the match victory. Confetti falls from the rafters as Black and Ricochet celebrate with that massive trophy standing in the center of the ring. War Raiders approach the ring, NXT Tag Team title belts over their shoulders. They face off with the tournament champs to close the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's NXT.
The silence.
NXT UK. Jordan Devlin took on Dan Maloney. Jordan Devlin won because who the hell is Dan Maloney?
I don't know.
Exactly. Rhea Ripley versus Shia Brookside.
Zia Brookside.
Shia.
Zia.
Zaya. Selena.
No.
Just
go.
Nel wins.
No.
Ripley wins.
God, I couldn't stand her.
Trent Seven versus Joe Kofi is announced for next week. Isla Dawn versus Kaylee Ray next week. Third match, Mark Andrews versus Noam Dar.
I thought Kaylee Ray didn't sign.
Yeah, she did. No contest. Pete Dunne and Walters on NXT TakeOver. New York contract signing. It's the only match that's on TakeOver, I think. I don't think the women's title is getting defended.
Oh, the UK women? Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah. I mean... I'm going to attempt to go to this fucking show. But I need to see Pete Dunne.
Oh my god.
And he's made up his mind.
I'm going to check out seats right now.
You're gonna look at it now?
Entertain them.
The fuck you mean you're looking at it now?
It's going to take 2 seconds.
1, 2.
2 minutes, 120 seconds.
1, 2, 3,
Count to 120.
120. Look at that. Time's up.
Fucking, he's gonna look at tickets now.
NXT TakeOver.
That TakeOver card has me all fucked up, though.
Barclays Center.
I mean, I'm certain about the tag match. The women's match and the main event, I'm really just like...
6:15?
Yeah, at the UK matches.
Oh, I can afford this.
Oh my god.
It's $100.
Oh my god.
How much you pay for your NXT tickets?
I think like 77.
Yeah, well, because I'm on Vivid, so these are people selling their stuff because they can't go.
This guy.
Take me to the Barclays Center. I want to see how long of a ride it is. See if my car
Which
can make it.
Barclays Center?
The one in New York,
Giving
bitch.
directions to Barclays
Wow.
Center.
How long is it? 3 hours.
I'm gonna say like 4 probably. Are you really making this decision right now?
It's just $100, and I can do a rent a car for $70.
He's really making this decision right now, guys. You're hearing it live. Nelson's making his decision.
It's TakeOver.
So let me ask. If this is what it comes down to, what era are you going to debut in?
Starting route to Barclays Center.
I'm not going to Barclays.
Then
So you're not buying the tickets.
Oh, I'm not going now. Because if I can DoorDash tomorrow and on Saturday and on Sunday, I can afford this stuff easily.
Oh, you started working for the Dash?
Kaylee did, but I sometimes do it for her.
Mm-hmm. Shit, I DoorDash. I DoorDash. I never get you
It's
guys.
really stupid. Oh, you do DoorDash?
Yeah.
Oh.
I never get you guys.
How do you DoorDash?
I order.
Oh, I thought you
No, I don't work for
DoorDash.
the fuck. No, I don't have time for that. I run 2 podcasts and work like 30, 40 hours a week. You think I have time for that?
We just go on. Like tomorrow, we're gonna be doing it for a little while.
Like, do you how do you get jobs? Like, does it randomly get sent to you, or like?
Yeah, you just wait for your phone, and then it says it'll show a bunch of prices, and you pick whatever one you want to go do. But hopefully, you're the first one to grab it. So, like yesterday, Charlie's Pizza.
Yeah.
Someone ordered it, and they only lived about 4 minutes away. So to go get Charlie's Pizza and bring it 4 minutes over, you would have made $9. That's making $9 in about 10 minutes. So it's like there's money to be made there.
Literally, I'm gonna text you next time. Be like, "Yo, are you working DoorDash right now? I'm ordering DoorDash. See if you see my name."
They just show you the restaurant and the amount that
I will tell you.
paid.
I will tell you everything.
I ordered McDonald's. It says 10.22 on it. Yeah, that's right there.
It'll probably be Wendy's.
I got Wendy's from DoorDash the other day. It's kind of ridiculous because it was like $5 for them. $1 to deliver and then $4 for fees and taxes.
Really?
Not worth it for that. It's worth it for like restaurant stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like this too. Places that don't have delivery service. Like GNS Pizza doesn't have a delivery service. Well, they don't deliver to my area.
Struggle.
Yeah. So I do DoorDash.
Shit, man. That takeover card. I'm like, oh boy. I'm a little stuck on a few things.
If you say John and I say I'm gonna call wins and I go there, I'm gonna find and be like, fuck you!
I'm gonna hear a random fuck you from above, and I'm just gonna be like, Jesus? Oh my god, one of the videos for the Nameless podcast, the story where me and my cousin were talking about how he was just like swearing one day and his sister was upstairs and she heard it through the vent. And she was like, wow, you like that F word a lot. And we were like, Jesus? Somebody commented on it, and they're like, Jesus starts with a J, not an F. And I'm like, who the fuck are you?
No, that's what it was. So,
What if it comes down to it, what era are you going to debut in?
Current.
Current? Like this year, a couple years back? Like
This year.
This year?
It'll be as if it's the very next day of WrestleMania.
Alright. You're gonna be an indie darling, or you're just gonna be a brand new face?
No spoilers.
You didn't think that far ahead.
No. I haven't thought that far ahead.
I was gonna give you a whole another 2 weeks, but you were dying.
Yeah, that's true.
so alas.
What area would you go in?
I've thought about it. But the way I want it to go,
I think I'd go a couple years back. Like when the brand split was new again, and it still had, like, one show had a pay-per-view this month, one show had a pay-per-view that month. Because I like the brand split.
Right.
I think that's what I would go back to. But, we'll see if I have to do it.
You still have your tag on.
This is my work shirt.
You keep your tag on your work shirt.
Yep.
So that way
Makes
I'm
sense
always
that way you
like...
don't lose your tag,
Yeah.
too.
Or if I wear a different shirt, I'm like, I don't feel my tag. Where's my tag? Now I find this shirt, and it works.
How many times do you lose your tag?
I have not lost this one yet. Because usually I don't lose them. Usually, like, I just wear a different shirt and leave it on the same shirt. So I'm like, fuck, I need a new one.
But we only have, just enough for all the workers with these.
So I kind of can't lose it, or else I'd be dead.
I thought you guys wear jerseys.
Yeah, no, not anymore. That changed 2 weeks ago.
So you just wear regular shirts?
We just wear shirts with Wild Wings logos on them.
No more jerseys.
Nope. Could even wear a fucking Kyrie jersey if I wanted to, unless the game was on at that time.
Wow.
I know, I'm really upset about that.
So if you go into work at 4, and let's say Kyrie doesn't go until 8, you can't wear it until 8?
Nope.
Wow.
And then once the game's over, off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this new corporate shit is for the birds.
Welcome to new and improved buffs.
You mean Arby's?
Arby's.
We have the wings. We have the chickens.
Arby's, we have the chicken.
Ugh. Oh.
So next week's going to be a very interesting week for us. These go-home shows are going to be very telling for at least
Or
my
not
picks.
telling at all and just fuck us over even harder.
Because at that point next week, we cannot do the show late.
Yeah.
We have to do it Thursday because I'm leaving on Friday for Mania.
Well, we're leaving on Friday for NXT.
Yeah, but I'm going to be there all weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the first thing.
I'm leaving for Mania weekend, okay?
NXT. Let's face it here.
It's Mania weekend.
NXT is going to shit on Wrestlmania. Down its throat.
Not if I get those 3 baby faces.
Well,
I know. Let me dream.
I'm not even sure you're going to get 2.
Wow.
Come on. I mean, this is WWE.
We're not going to get 2. Come on, go back to WrestleMania 20. I think we had like 2 or 3 heel wins on the whole card.
Was that when Benoit won?
Yeah.
And Eddie?
Benoit, Eddie, Rock and Sock lost to Evolution, which they should have. Christian beat Jericho when Trish turned.
Taker
beat Kane. Scott, the Too Cool defended the tag titles. RVD and Booker T defended the tag titles.
Damn, this is like fresh. Did you just watch
that,
this?
No, that was the first Mania I saw actually. Oh my god, I think they had a Cruiserweight Open that night? And I think Chavo retained. So 3 heels.
Did they have 17 matches?
I think they had 12. John Cena beat Big Show with the Nux. First title. Molly Holly got her head shaved. So now I think there's like 5 matches less. I still feel like I'm missing.
I wonder what the set is.
Yeah, same, because last time they were in MetLife, they had the Statue of Liberty.
And they have the George Washington Bridge.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how the New Day is going to come out. Well, how Kofi's going to come out. Xavier's going to get him to do something nerdy.
What else is at New York that they can take a piece from?
Just a big apple. Spider-Man.
The Avengers and all that.
The entire Avengers. Alright, so Big E's gonna come out as Captain America. Xavier's coming out as Iron Man.
Kofi's coming out as Spider-Man.
No, Big E's coming out as Thor. Kofi's coming out as Black Panther. Because at that point he has to. Daniel Bryan's coming out as Thanos. He's gonna be painted in purple.
I don't think they're going to do that, man.
That's right. Rowan's coming out painted in purple. Xavier's gonna be dressed up as an Infinity Stone.
Oh, God almighty.
What?
It'd be cool. I wonder what they're going to do, though.
I always look forward to Mania entrances. I think the last good
They
one
might
we
do
got
the
was...
Statue of Liberty again.
Yeah.
Because this shit is outside again.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to be happy about that part.
Do you know what the temperature is right now for that? What's it like projected?
Nope. I kind of don't want to know, but at the same time, I kind of do want to know now that you say it.
So it's next week, right?
Yes. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Let's see here.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Arizona,
Shameless and Cesaro.
Barclays Center, New York. New York, New York.
Berkeley!
United States.
He's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be like 30 degrees, and we'll be like, oh, well, fuck me.
56 degrees with rain.
With rain? I don't mind 56, but the rain?
It's supposed to rain all weekend.
Ugh.
Friday is cloudy, 66 degrees. Saturday, 57 with rain. Sunday, 56 with rain.
Mm.
That's interesting. What are they going to do if it rains?
I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of hope it doesn't.
Scusi.
You could do better.
I can't.
Yeah, please don't. If you're gonna do that, just leave.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't look good.
Joy.
It says showers, but 60% chance of showers. Saturday straight up says rain.
Well, good thing we're not doing anything Saturday.
Friday, 66 degrees, 10% chance of rain.
Alright, I can take 10%.
Friday, 10% chance of rain, which I'm assuming is going to be Friday night rain, Saturday all day rain, Sunday rain, Monday cloudy, Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain. It rains all week for New York.
I'm not happy about it.
Seamus and Cesaro.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, see.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take Josh Howard. We need to do something this offseason because fuck. Ugh.
Crush fucking sucks. Like, Crush soda is just awful. It's
I don't
fucking...
like grape soda in general. Well, I mean, I never really like... I never have the opportunity to drink grape soda. Kaylee always goes after grape soda. There's an option for it. I'm like, I've never like...
Give it a
really
try.
have an option for grape soda. I'm not going to try that. 'Cause you think
No,
it
don't try
sucks.
this. Do not try... Fanta.
Anti-grape soda?
Yes. Fanta is the epitome of flavored sodas. Strawberry? Oh my god.
I can't drink that. Allergic.
Strawberries?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So if you're going to get me drunk, don't put me in the hospital for like strawberry shit.
Need a list of your allergies.
It's just strawberries. It's the only food allergy I have.
Okay.
I'm looking with grass and wheat. Not wheat, grass and...
I was gonna say wheat.
grass, smoke. Not smoke, the stuff that's inside of a cigarette. It's like a specific thing that's in
Yeah.
a cigarette. What else? Cockroaches. Cats.
Like the 2 cats I have in my house.
Allergies from cats. The fuck was that?
My hands have touched the cats.
Oh, cool.
Therefore, you will now die.
I won't die. I'm not that allergic to it.
Damn.
Cockroach is something I'm allergic to.
Honestly, if that kills you, on your tombstone, I'd write Mr. 100, minus 80-something days.
Wow. Son of a bitch.
Hey, it's Mania time, boy.
We'll see what happens, won't we?
We will.
Mister, I'm going to stay undefeated at Mania.
That's my goal. Keep it at Mania.
Turn on my flashlight.
What that? This just squirrels through Facebook. I think that means the podcast is over.
Podcast has been over, bro.
Well, alright then.
Why
fine.
is this still going?
Fuck just sitting here talking to you, my friend. You know, it's been fucking 2 weeks. Alright, fine. Fuck you too.
We can talk about other shit. I don't want to be documented.
Well, I'll just go fuck myself then. Jesus Christ.
How are you?
No, fuck you.
What have you...
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us
No.
for, I
No.
almost called it the old name,
No.
for Scheduled for One
No.
Fall. I am Zel,
No.
Your champion. Both
What?
champions.
What?
This is Nel. And we will see you for the go-home shows before WrestleMania, which I'll be in the crowd for both Mania and TakeOver.
You're defending
Look
your
for me.
gaming title
In what?
tonight.
In what?
Mortal Kombat 10.
Ooh, it's been a while since I touched Mortal Kombat 10. You've been practicing, haven't you, Squidward?
A little bit.
A little bit. I get a warm-up match.
Fine, you get one.
I get 1.
That's fine.
Alright.
And I haven't been practicing. I played it on Xbox because it was free on Xbox. So I was like, oh, I get to play this again. And I'm like, when you've already played a game and you've beaten it and you're like, meh.
Meh.
I mean, it's not like Final Fantasy where you can always find something new that you haven't seen before.
Until you find everything.
I've never had that happen to me, so
That's me with 10.
you've done everything.
The only thing I have not done in 10 is dodge 200 bolts of lightning, because fuck that.
Yeah, that's hard.
I have done
That's
literally
pressing circle when you see the flash, right?
X.
X.
Unless you'd like configure it a different way.
I don't know.
But I have literally done everything there is to do in that game.
Except for the lightning. And
Except
that's
for
always
dodge
going
lightning.
To get to you.
And that's the only reason I even think about turning the game back on anymore. Is because that's all I have to do. I've destroyed all the super bosses in the international version. Like, I can one-hit the actual final boss in the game. I can one-hit anything in the game at this point that doesn't have over 1,000,000 health.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't have over 100,000 health. That's what it is. I can one-shot anything in the game. And even so, I could just double cast something and it's dead. Like, I've broken this game. Like, you see the post, it's like, name a game you've logged over 200 hours in. It's that one.
Oh, damn.
On 3 separate systems.
You gonna get it for the Switch?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, yes. No, I'm not going to.
Nintendo.
I'm not going to get it.
Did
I'm
you
not
get
going
Final
to get
Fantasy
it.
7 for the Switch? Because that just released.
No, because I have the PS4.
You don't want to get another one?
No. The only one I have multiple of is 10.
So why not get it for the Switch?
Because why get it for the Switch?
You bring Final Fantasy 10 on the go.
No.
You can practice your dodging of lightning.
No, like, I'm done. I'm done with the game. I can't do anything else other than dodge lightning, and I don't want to. I'm gonna be like 90 years old on my fucking deathbed, like, lightning. They're gonna be like, from 13? No, bitch! From 10! And my dying words are gonna be, dodge the lightning.
Wow.
Fuck off. Now I have to dodge the lightning.
Because technically you haven't 100% the game.
I know. That's the only thing that's keeping me from the platinum.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Top 5 wrestlers, no particular order.
Wow, I forgot all about that. Alright, back and forth. You know Sean's on my list.
Okay. Trips.
Trips also has to be on my list.
Why does he have to be on your list?
I like Trips a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero.
Trips was like the iconic heel in my day, and I was gonna say Eddie Guerrero, and then you said Trips, and I'm like, alright, let me put Trips, and then you said Eddie Guerrero, I'm like, okay, Eddie was next anyway, so god damn it.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Ooh. AJ Styles.
Really? Even though he's not like... Well... Let's say, even though he's not like completely done with wrestling, he's already up there.
I mean, Triple H isn't completely done with wrestling.
He's completely done with wrestling. He's just doing nonsense now.
He's still wrestling.
Who do I love so much?
That's... I still have one more, you have 2 more.
You already know your last one.
I'm trying to make sure. This is the one I want to go
I
with.
have to put the other 2 on there.
Which is fair. Honestly, like, it's one of those things where in like hindsight you look back and you appreciate them, but you probably didn't at the time. I'm gonna say Edge.
Edge. I'm gonna go with The Rock.
If you smell
That was
The
like
Rock
shit back in the day.
is cooking. Meow 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 meow.
Top 5 TNA guys.
What the fuck? Styles, Joe, Angle. Am I wrong?
Well, keep going and I'll tell you if you're wrong.
Styles, Joe, Angle. I stopped watching TNA a long time ago, so I didn't make it like into the Jeff Hardy era of TNA. Like that's how long ago I stopped.
I'd probably put Abyss in there.
I was thinking about putting Abyss on there. I'm not sure.
There's a guy by the name of P.D. Williams.
Pete, the Canadian Destroyer, P.D. Williams.
He was pretty good. WCW guys, go.
What the fuck?
Go, WCW guys.
Obviously you gotta give it to fucking...
I'll give it to Sting.
Sting, obviously.
Kevin Nash.
Yep.
I'm talking about like my favorites. Sting, Kevin Nash, Jericho. For some, he was not a good wrestler.
Oh god.
And it was when it was the dying age. But he was so stupid, but I can like appreciate his stupidity, and that's Disco Inferno.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Sting. Jericho, I agree with. Their cruiserweight division was
Rey
ridiculous.
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Okay.
Goldberg.
Okay. Top 5 ECW.
RVD.
Sandman.
I don't know.
Sabu.
Sabu I can put on there.
Sandman, you don't know, huh?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
How
if
about
I
Just
want to put
Incredible?
Sandman on there. Just Incredible. Stop it.
What?
Gotta
He
give
was like ECW champion for like 20 years.
gotta give credit to Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy.
He's always up there.
Dudley Boys.
Do they count as one?
Yes.
Dudley Boys.
I know.
For a man who literally gave his body for this business, Terry Funk.
Terry.
He would destroy himself for a match, and he was like, "Oh, well." Any other companies you want to ask about?
Sure. Top 5 current NXT members.
Adam Cole,
Okay.
Johnny Gargano,
Two.
men or women?
It doesn't matter.
Adam Cole,
Velveteen.
Johnny Gargano, fucking Velveteen, man. Is Ricochet counted?
Ricochet's jumped, man.
He's still on
He
NXT.
jumped. So did
So
Alistair.
no Ricochet, no Alistair.
Candice LeRae.
I was gonna get to one. She doesn't do anything.
I know.
So I really feel like I can't put her there.
Keith Lee.
He doesn't do anything either.
I know. Where has he been?
I don't know.
I'm
I'm trying to think of people who do things.
who do things.
Instead of saying Adam Cole, I'm just gonna say the entirety of the Undisputed Era.
Okay.
Um,
Tommaso.
yeah, he's still there. Tommaso and that's rough because they shuffle them out so much.
I know.
I honestly love the Street Profits.
No love for the women.
And I got a whole other list for the women.
Kyrie.
I love Kyrie. Bianca's up there.
Io Shirai.
I'm still not like entirely impressed with Io. She's good, but she hasn't had me like, oh my god. Kyrie, Bianca, gotta give it to Shayna. She's become something.
Mm-hmm. Candice.
I don't want to pick her because she doesn't do anything, but she is really good.
They had Kenny and the Young Bucks
Mm.
at a conference this past week, and they asked them about who would you steal from WWE, given the opportunity to take any one female and any one male. They all chose. Well, the Young Bucks both picked Candice LeRae. I think Matt picked Finn Balor, and Nick picked Kevin Owens. Kenny said something about a woman that is like, oh yeah, says that she's like underrated, doesn't really get used much, super sweet girl. He was gonna pick Kyrie, and then the guy that he was gonna choose, he said something silly about the dude. I forget what he said though.
He said something silly.
Oh yeah, because they were like, well, I mean, it would be AJ, but you know, he pretty much canceled that like great match. And Kenny was like, I know. What are you afraid of?
Wow.
And the fans that are like, oh, they're like, I call him out, and he's like, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna redo my contract because I'm afraid of Kenny Omega. And he's like, I'm afraid of the best in the world.
Wow. Building the match for when it actually happens. I mean, no, Candice is great. She's just not doing anything. At this point, she'll get called up and still do nothing. Maybe they'll give Ember Moon shots now. Because Candice will be the one doing nothing.
Ember Moon, I think, will jump to SmackDown.
I hope so. SmackDown needs it.
But I feel like they're also going to lose people, too. Like, Naomi could jump. The Iconics could jump.
No!
Yeah, it's possible.
Take Naomi.
They're
Keep
gonna look
my
at Fox
Iconics.
coming, and they're going to be like, you know what? The Iconics are probably not needed here.
No, we need them.
Ember will jump. Ronda's going to jump.
We need the
got
Iconics. Fuck Ronda.
You're going to get the whole,
I
UFC
want the
girls.
Iconics.
Because Survivor Series is gonna be Raw versus SmackDown.
I want the Iconics.
And that's true. Survivor Series is gonna be Raw versus SmackDown. You need like 4 women there and 4 women there to face off against each other.
So how's Charlotte gonna
So
get
if
on
Ronda
Raw?
jumps, Charlotte's gonna pin Becky for the title and come the first ever dual champion.
I want the Iconics. If they leave, I'm quitting. Because we gotta hope they don't fucking leave. Because I'll quit.
That's fine. I'll create a new thing. Scheduled for 2 falls.
I mean, it happens.
Best 2 out of 3.
Best 2 out of 3. So what's the premise of this podcast? I don't know yet. It's the best 2 out of 3. I'm done. I'm done.
Technically, we could have called this best 2 out of 3.
We could have.
Because we did have 3, now we have 2.
Wow. Fucking wow.
What?
You're saying we're the best 2 out of the 3. That's a shot fired.
But we don't quit.
I just threatened to quit.
You wouldn't quit, though. Would you?
Try me with my love.
Why would you quit? Oh, because of her. Yeah.
Because of Peyton.
Well, I'm calling him out.
Don't do it. He might try to come back.
He's too scared.
Threw away that money match. He threw away that money match. Well, before the trash talk gets worse.
It's not like he was ever good at predicting, anyways.
Before this gets even worse, I'm gonna sign off for like
He's
the
not gonna
third
listen
time.
to all of this. There's no way. By
Ladies,
the time he gets this far, he's gonna be falling asleep, anyways.
ladies and gentlemen,
He's trash at GTA.
I think.
You suck at GTA.
Thank you for listening.
I hack him with my axe all the time.
I kind of witnessed the bat. It was pretty funny. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week with not only our reviews but our
Cowboys
predictions for WrestleMania.
If you're a Cowboy fan, go hang yourself.
Okay then. Bye.
Scheduled for 1 fall.
One fall.